Hello, beautiful people of Instagram and Facebook, wherever you may find yourself or be watching this. I'm gonna say hello to you. I can't believe we're in October. This is like so crazy. I was gonna jump on here yesterday and share a few of my thoughts because I'm so excited for some things this month, but my heart just felt heavy. I just got back from Florida, and as many of you know, there was a hurricane in Florida, and yeah, but and not only that, but the things that are going on with Israel, and my heart just felt kind of heavy, and I was like, God, how do we share these exciting things when things just feel so heavy? And as you can tell, I've been crying because I literally just, it's just that right now, where it's just like everything feels heavy. In the end, although my heart clearly is heavy over what's going on in Israel, over the many lives and like property damage that a bunch of people in the Florida, Georgia, Carolinas area were hit with, and yeah, I think it just puts everything into perspective. And right now I was like, God, how do I share like the exciting things, and like, should I share? More was should I, right? Because it feels like a little party when things are dark. And right now I just thought of the scripture came to mind of, you'll be a light in the darkness, right? And that's just what God has been, right, to all of us. It's like, it's the promise for a better tomorrow. It's the hope and faith that there is. Just ignoring like what happened, but literally it's just sad what people are going through. And I just think of like how many times I have wanted to so desperately change my reality, and things have been out of my control because of finances, because of people's choices, because external things. And I've just seen, like, I was at a park in Florida, and this lady stood out to me because she had one kid on a floaty and another kid on like her lap while she was floating on the lazy river. And she stood out, and I was like, oh my gosh, like super mama, you know, because I know how that makes me feel when people see me with all three kids. And I was just like, you're amazing, like, way to be, you know, chillaxing, multitasking. So I started talking to her, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're super mama, that kind of thing. And she just started sharing with me. And she was telling me that she had to evacuate her house, and she didn't know where to go. So she just got her kids in the car. Her husband wasn't home. Can you imagine? You're responsible for these babies, and there's a hurricane. And she had to evacuate. She's like, I didn't think it was serious until the sheriff came and told us we had to evacuate. And she's like, I know where to come. We slept in the car. So today we just bought tickets to come here so I could, like, take care of the kids here. And I was just like, my little mind was just like, what the crap. And she was talking to me about how she didn't know her husband was assessing the damage. She's like, I don't know if we have a home to go to. She's like, I invested everything in it. They had just closed it 6 months ago, and they didn't get my real estate mind was like, okay, well, maybe it just closed 6 months ago. And she's like, it's an RV, it's different. I was like, oh, I was trying to help. And then literally, I think sometimes, and I was just thinking about this because I was like, can I go? Can I, like, what can I do? What do I have access to that I can do? Do I extend my trip? Do I help? Of course, but then I'm like, I have the kids, what do I do, right? And, in situations like this, it's really frustrating for the people who are going through it. But I think also it's frustrating not knowing how to help. The question is not even really, it's kind of how, right? How can I help? And I've been looking at a lot of like people who were personally affected, and I'm like, most of them are like crowdfunding and doing stuff like that. And I was like, God, literally just now I was like, God, then what I have to share does matter. What I have to share is for such a time as this then. Because what I mean by that is that when things like this happen, there are opportunities to be like firsthand the hands and feet of Jesus, right? To love our community, yes, through prayer, maybe flying out and literally being the physical hands and feet of Jesus. But sometimes, especially for us that live on the other side of the nation, like we're on the West Coast, for some of us, that maybe that isn't practical, hauling our whole family over there to do that, but perhaps it is. But even so, for that, we need the resources. So in order to be people of impact and power, our lives have to reflect that, right? So our finances have to be set up in a way that we have more than enough to take care of our own stuff and to be generous. Because even when you think about, I think it's in 2 Chronicles 9, it talks about how our generosity will move to the unbelievers, but also I think in that specific verse, it's referring to Jerusalem. So when you think about being a person of impact or caring for the city, right? Because there's promises attached to that, but contending for the rescue, the salvation of the Lord's beloved. And yes, right now I'm talking about Israel, but also like for the people who have been affected by this hurricane, most of them were not prepared. They thought it was going to be some cute little, not cute, but you know, like a tropical storm, which they've encountered plenty of times. And the devastation, if you look at like the footage shared from literally just Joe Schmo, is incredible. So what I'm here to share is we need to be people that are able to further the kingdom. We need to be kingdom financiers. That means that our needs have to be taken care of, and then some. We need to have more than enough. Like, what the heck, you said you had great news. This all sounds like Debbie Downer. Sorry about that, but I do have great news. So the shopping club that I'm a part of, the one that I switched to, right? They have great promotions this month. And I think coincidence? I think not. No, I don't think so, because this month is also my birthday month, and I'm so pumped. If you know me, or if you've had me sneak into your house or your bedroom, just decorate it so that when you got there, you're surprised. You know that I love birthdays, which is so true. So this month, I still have the $1 membership annual thing. And there's more. Of course, there's more, right? But so good. So there's more. There's cash flow opportunities. There's tons of reasons, just to switch shopping to the shopping club. But also, if you're like, hey, I want to be a person of impact. I want to be a financial, a kingdom financier. I'm a mama. Whatever it is, let's try coming out. Because I was so excited. I got distracted. I didn't look at the little circle thing. So I would love to hook you up with that. But also, okay, since I love birthdays, I'm turning 32. I know I'm 32 years young and have so much to accomplish. But the one thing that I really want to accomplish this month is to help 32 people. So I'm going to be putting a little poll. I would love to know how I can help you. Whatever it is, your fitness goals, save money, make money, whatever it is, I'm going to be putting a little poll. Let me know how I can help you, because that is my heart. Truly, truly, truly. I desire not only just to be a person of impact, to be a kingdom financier, but also to help others do so, and to help others. Literally, if you know me, since I was young, anyone that knows me, I love being a resource center. I love connecting people, especially to that which God created them to do. But if they don't, I love connecting people to leverage their season and their tools to get what they need to do in their time and in the season.